My ex-friend ghosted us, and now he's posting shade online.
You're gonna post our private feelings online?
Shady ghost.
What a shady, lowdown thing to do. So, at the time of the event, I, 20, had started uni a year or so ago, and I had become a part of one of the most absolutely amazing friend groups. We are a small group of people who all study linguistics and have a bunch of trauma issues and are all very weird in our own way, but we support each other through everything. They have helped me see just how much my past friends and treated me poorly and how I deserve so much better. By the way, this comes from user ArrowAceDragon. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, for some background, I have had issues with friends in the past, including but not limited to being told to stop displaying when I had emotions, but that's a different story. I am a recovering people pleaser, CPP, so you can imagine how this led to some toxic friendships. Thankfully, since then, I have taken the time to really learn to be comfortable with myself. And then I got this wonderful group of friends who have helped me be a better person, and I've gotten more hugs in the past 2 years than I have in my entire life. Oh my God, what? That made me smile. And they are absolutely wonderful people. Anyway, when I first started to become a part of this friend group, there was this one guy who I'll call Steve. Steve has always kind of rubbed me the wrong way for a variety of reasons. Mostly it was just little things here and there. First, there was the occasional comment about me clearly not knowing something because he's 10 years older than me and obviously he's so much smarter. I will get into the whole 10-year-older situation later. Then there was the occasional comments about how I don't know who I am and just need to take time to figure it out for sure. For context, I am assigned female at birth and was recently figuring out I am autistic and gender diverse. He didn't seem to fully believe that I could be autistic because obviously women can't be autistic. And clearly I was a woman because he didn't really see me as existing.
What?
Which,
also so annoying because also autistic women have so much trouble being diagnosed because there's very little research on autism in women.
Really?
Yes. Very little. That's why it's super hard for women to get diagnosed.
Maybe those women just don't exist like Steve says.
They just don't exist.
Maybe Steve is onto something. Maybe they're just not real.
He's like, actually, they're not freaking real.
They live in the space between spaces, the plane between planes.
I hope he's like, you know what? Like, we need to give rights to. He's like, I actually don't believe that they exist. I don't think they're real.
Yeah. So this leads me to the next type of comment, which were underhanded, misogynistic comments. Women weren't real to him.
No way! Sorry, what?
Wow, you actually called it.
There's no way he really said that, right?
That's
impossible.
Supposedly, that's what it is.
Let's see. How does
he back this up? How does he back this up?
Women weren't real to him. He preferred male professors to female professors, etc. No explanation on him not thinking women are real, but he had been friends for a long time with a lot of my new friends, so I just kind of tried to ignore it. I thought they were good friends with him, and I didn't want to affect their relationship with him. I will admit I was a bit cold to him and kept my distance and worked extremely hard to not be left alone in a room with him, so I didn't have to face the brunt of his comments. And then the event happened. The day of the event, the sky was clear. Not actually, it was raining again. And the air was hopeful. It was almost finals week. The horror. But I was actually having an okay day, hanging out with some of my friends, and we were all chatting like usual. Unfortunately, Steve was there, which made my okay day turn into a really not so okay day. I was mostly ignoring him, like usual. Then this horror of a man made a comment along the lines of,
We're about to find out.
Here we go. Here we go,
everyone. Hold your horses.
Hold. Wait, whoa.
Okay, I'm there.
Quote, I don't really see women as being real because I don't like women and don't make friends with women, except Abby, of course. Abby is another one of our friends.
Oh, so he's a baby.
There's no way that was being real.
So
there's no way that's real.
He's a baby.
Right? No.
Because he's got object permanence.
What do you mean?
Because he's not friends. Yeah, he's got he has no object permanence.
I really feel like this is a sarcastic comment, like being like misinterpreted. Because to be like, I don't think women are real because I don't even like women and I'm not friends with them, except for my friend Abby. Like, come on. That'd be like if I was like, I really can't stand women. I don't even think they're real. I refuse to acknowledge their existence, except for Sophia. She's lovely. She's wonderful. Everyone should love Sophia.
Really
it's like, It feels like a joke to me.
Yeah.
But
we gotta get more info.
let's continue. Now, this became the event for 3 main reasons. Holy misogyny, Batman, is the first reason. Number 2, Abby, after hearing she was the exception to the man's rule, was fuming.
Okay. Now we've got other people involved. Clearly doesn't sound like a joke.
Also, our other friend, who I'll call Lily, who is very much a woman and an absolute gem of a human being, was in the room when he said this.
Dang.
Lily had walked to and from classes with this man and had been friendly and had so many conversations with this man, and she considered him a friend, but apparently she wasn't real. Lily looked like she was near tears when she processed what this misogynistic chihuahua had just said. There also is a 4th friend there who I will call Henry. Henry just went off on Steve about his misogynistic comments. Me and Lily sat in awe at hearing at him tearing Steve a new one. After being told off, Steve got all huffy and said, "Well, I guess I'm not wanted here." And then he stormed off. As my mom put it when I retold this to her, good, let the trash take itself out. She also pointed out that the fact he was attracted to the same gender actually meant that he was even more misogynistic for not seeing women as people.
Oh.
The layer of the lasagna. Because it meant he saw women as only being for men, aka men's attraction, and because he isn't attracted to women, he doesn't see them as people, which are his exact word. Mom is very smart. After the event, Steve stopped coming to uni events as much on his own accord and stopped hanging out with our group of friends. I did not miss him. Good riddance. The few times I saw him, I was cordial but cold. Anyway, the event was honestly ages ago, like maybe a year, and I had completely forgotten about Steve. My life was better without him. Then a few weeks ago, Lily messaged me like, "Have you seen what Steve posted?" I was like, "No." And she sent a screenshot of the post she saw, and holy vague posting. It was basically a pic of this specimen of a man, head tilted to the side, staring mournfully into the distance, hair ruffled up into a mess, with the caption, "Sometimes you get excommunicated from a linguistics community that is obsessed with labeling and being autistic/going nonverbal, even though that isn't a thing because they want clout. Just me."
This type of person is exhausting. This is the type of person that thinks that, oh, I'm like, I don't have a filter. I can say whatever I want. You know, I don't try. Like, I'm not PC. You know, I like to say whatever I want. Like, no one can tell me what to say.
And then
people are like, oh yeah, you can say whatever you want, and we're not gonna be friends with you. And then they're like, oh.
They're like, "You can't do that. You can't say that.
Oh, you can't. Yeah,
I
can't say anything.
You're not allowed to be upset.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to do whatever I want."
This was America.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Like, yeah, you can say whatever you want, and people can react however they want.
Literally the entire history of the country, freedom of speech has been freedom of speech, not freedom of consequence.
Yes, exactly.
Let's continue. So, 2 things here. Excommunicated? The second point is, what clout are you talking about? So this man is a full-grown man, graduated from university and everything, vague posting about how we were terrible friends for excommunicating him from our group like a 14-year-old teenage boy after getting his ego hurt almost a year ago. Now, I feel like this is an important time to note that in our group, we are all pretty much between the ages of 18 and 26. The fact that this 31-year-old man felt the need and desire to be hanging out with us is weird as F, as my mom so clearly pointed out when I complained about this situation with her, which made me wonder if the people his age just saw through his BS faster than we did, but I don't know, and that's probably true. Our friend group has been talking about this ever since it happened and being like, "Did you tell him to stop going to uni events? What about you?" And realizing none of us did anything. He just kind of stopped coming because he was mad he got called out for being a misogynist. Right after it happened, the only thing I could think of was, how are you not embarrassed? And there is an update.
How are you not embarrassed?
Disgusting. Update, y'all, he posted again.
Shocking.
So, I am here sharing more of the tea because this is a 31-year-old man acting like a whiny high schooler, and it is embarrassing. Like I said, cringe posting. On to the post. So, this morning I woke up to Lily, who is justifiably personally angry at this wet cat of a man, sending a screenshot. The screenshot was of a post by the man that said the following, clarifying, "I was once part of a cool community of people who loved linguistics. Then they decided they'd rather act like a high school clique, talking about people behind their backs, becoming obsessed with non-scientific self-identities and excluding others. It's sad and hypocritical, but I am so glad to be done with all of that drama. Smiley face. I love grad school and my cohort, as well as the people who really know and care about me. I honestly feel like I'm going crazy. I am reviewing all of the things I've said to this man, seeing if anything I said was petty or rude or disrespectful, and reviewing what the rest of my friends have said, and I just can't find anything.
There isn't anything. Why don't think you have to review everything?
You don't have to like explicitly be like, and now you are banished from the group to banish somebody from a group. It's like just your vibe becoming like, you can do it.
Absolutely, but also like I think that OP's like we didn't say anything. We weren't mean to him. Blah, blah, blah.
It's like you should have. You could have.
That's fine. You guys did kind of kick him out, and that's okay.
Yeah,
because he deserved to be kicked out.
Exactly.
He was being a bad person,
and
now he's being a bad person on Instagram.
Yeah, you are allowed to.
You're allowed to tell
make
someone
like a call, be like, hey, do we want to keep hanging out with this guy?
Yeah.
And if you all are like, no, then you can be like, all right, then we're not hanging out with this guy. Yeah, I was cold, yes, but like we weren't friends, except for like calling him out when he was being rude or misogynistic or disrespectful. Maybe we were too harsh. I don't know.
OP, no.
Why are you second guessing?
I don't understand. Like he sucks. Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Lily is currently planning a response.
No.
And honestly, I can't wait.
No.
You guys.
Stop.
This is a great blueprint on what not to do in this situation.
The train is heading for the track.
Remember when your mom said the trash took itself out? You have gone to the dump and you are dragging the trash back to your house.
Why?
Don't do that.
I don't understand why you would block him. Stop talking to him. He's looking for a reaction. This is what he wants.
You're playing his mind game.
But it's also what OP wants.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
OP goes, honestly, I can't wait.
Yeah. No, this is what OP wants. And that's girl.
Sometimes we like drama.
Girl.
She's going to sacrifice herself.
No, you can't.
There must be another way.
Lily is the kind of person who is kind and waits and is patient and then snaps. And I can tell that she has snapped, and I'm just waiting with popcorn to see what her response is. For now, here's what Abby said about him. No one excommunicated him. No one said you aren't welcome anymore. He decided that he's not going to hang out with us anymore, and that's his decision, and it's fine. But what isn't fine is playing the victim and saying that it's because of all these reasons that you don't fit in, and that these things don't exist just because you don't believe that they do. Chef's kiss. I love my friends so much. By the way, you can love all of the full episodes with stories like this. And you can listen to them by going to your podcast platform of choice, be it iHeartRadio or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and searching OK Storytime. And there are 52 consecutive days worth of stories for you to listen to.
True.
There's almost 1,300 hours. We're getting there. We're over 1,200. We're getting to 13. Now we have a little bit more story. There's a final update here.
It seems like they're on the collision course to send that text.
Oh, if I'm leaning towards everyone sucks here, I don't think it's that.
It's
far.
not everyone sucks here. It's just everyone is.
It's nobody
really
is
drama.
Yeah, everyone's dramatic here.
Everyone's dramatic.
Everyone's dramatic.
Yeah.
He was dramatic when he was like, "I guess I'm not wanted here." After being like, "Yeah, all women are trash." It's like the girl who's like, "All men are trash," and it's like to some extent, it's like, "All right, we've heard that. We've heard it enough."
Yeah.
It's like you say it, and you say it, and you say it again, and it's like, hey, but they're not. It's like you've met some trash men. Holy mother of updates, Batman. Okay, first of all, I talked to a friend who wasn't involved in any of this, and I feel a lot less crazy now. After I read it out to her, she noted how many of us were just out of high school, so it would have been understandable if we, I don't know, acted like high schoolers. He's 31. He should find people his own age. Anyway, now on to the fun part. My friend Lily posted a response, and let me just tell you, I am sitting here obsessed with the response. I got her permission to post it here because it's pure gold. She rarely swears. She is typically kind and quiet and just an overall lovely human being, and she is pissed. The white is what he posted. The other colors are Lily's response. Okay,
sometimes you get excommunicated from not
right. So that's all what he said. We've already read that. They just want clout, blah blah blah, and then clarification. And then so let me.
Oh my God, this is
just
so
a little
much.
Bit.
There's so much.
The reason he left was that someone told him that he shouldn't say that women don't exist in his mind. And can you bring it up a little bit? And yes, this was after he told that to my face. After I considered him my friend. And then imagine not acting your age and posting and complaining about something instead of talking it out with the other party after months of no communication with them. This man is 31 and is the one acting like a high schooler and not facing his problems. I can't imagine being so petty and pushing the blame on others of a failed friendship is the best thing you can come with. I mean, sure, I don't know. We didn't even need to say any of that. Just block the man and move on.